Non-Stop Rock Talk with Tyson Bryden. Welcome to Non-Stop Rock Talk. As always, I am your host, Tyson Bryden. Today, I'm very happy to welcome back singer of the Outliars, Danny Rossi. Danny, so good to talk to you again. How's it going?
Fantastic, buddy. Thanks for having me. How you doing?
I'm very well, thank you. So today, we're here to talk about a venture outside of your band, the Outliars. You've embarked on a solo project entitled Dr. Groove. But before we discuss the latest video single, tell me about how this project came to be. I understand you worked with producer Kevin Jardine again.
Yeah, I mean, I've known Kevin for first album with him was 2009. So yeah, we're going on 15 years.
15 years. Wow.
I mean, I guess we kind of knew each other from the music scene. I mean, maybe more him because he was, he had gone out there with the Sleeves on Dope. They were really big at one point, right? And we always crossed each other's paths one way or another. But now, we end up recording with him and, hey, dude, I'm having a barbecue, come over. Hey, dude, I'm having a birthday party, come over. We just, started hanging out a little bit extra too, and it was great. And even when it came to the idea of doing the solo album, I was like, I'm going to work with Kevin because I got offers to work with a lot of people, and I've worked with other people in the past. And everybody's got their own way, and everybody's great. I don't have any complaints, but I love the way Kevin and I work already, and now we're alone, just me and him.
Yeah.
So it's like the ideas are flowing. So I'm in heaven. I mean, it's a lot of work, don't get me wrong, but I'm in heaven working alone, one-on-one with Kevin.
That's awesome. Now tell me about the meaning behind the Dr. Groove title. There's obviously got to be some kind of meaning.
Well, the doctor, the DR, those are my initials.
Oh,
Danny Rossi.
Right. I didn't even put that together.
And it was, I didn't want people to say Dr. Groove, but it is, it isn't, it's like kind of confusing. And I'm no doctor, but it was a joke when I was a kid. When, you're talking to some chicks or something, trust me, I'm a doctor. What? Yeah, Danny Rossi, DR, I'm a doctor. Don't worry about it, So it was like a joke. And then the groove is just because everything I want to write, and if it's a ballad or something very heavy, I like groove. I like stuff to be catchy. Yeah. So that's how everything is going to be on this album with no restrictions, really. If I want to write a ballad with no distorted guitars, I'm going to do it. And if I want to put something, really heavy, I'm going to do it. I have all these ideas we're working on. I haven't decided what's going to make the final cut, but this was the first one.
Well, that's what I was going to ask you, actually, as a guy that's, usually you're working with a band as opposed to now you're doing a solo thing. You can kind of do what you want to do. It doesn't matter what stylistically or whatever. You can just you don't have to work in the confines of being in a band where you have a bunch of guys who have their opinions. This is your thing, right?
Yeah, it's like you don't have to be like, okay, this is our sound.
That's our sound. This is what
we're doing. I don't have any of that, or even if it's just the whole album. This is the way the album has to sound, and you don't kind of steer off the path. You just go straight. This is what it sounds like, and I don't have those restrictions because truly, there's no record companies to answer to. There's no higher ups. It's all coming from the heart. Yeah. Whatever I feel. But the music's got to be catchy, and also my lyrics and melody got to be catchy. If it's not, like, I've eliminated a lot of songs even before I got the studio.
Yeah. Well, and that's funny because sometimes you'll buy a solo album by an artist and you'll be like, sometimes people expect it to be like the band that they came from, and then they're not as accepting because they're like, this is totally out in left field. I don't get this. You know what I mean? So I'm sure there is that, subconsciously you're like, okay, I don't want to alienate my fan base, but I still want to do something that is a little bit more for me kind of thing, right?
Well, yeah, I mean, we compare this to, the Outliars is relatively new, but with my old band, One, hard rock band, we had kind of a sound, and it was in a certain direction. If people don't like this, I'm sorry. It's still my voice, but some stuff might sound one-ish, I guess, and some stuff might sound a bit like the Outliars, but I mean, we have different people writing the music, in all these bands.
Right.
And different combinations of people writing the music. So, and now, like I said, I'm pretty much alone coming up with all the ideas, and I sit with Kevin and we kind of polish it. And he's like, okay, maybe, let's throw this one note in there. Let's switch to this note for the bridge or something. It's like, okay,
that's cool.
Sure, dude. I think that's a good idea. And if I don't like it, let's keep it going straight through, so.
That's cool. Now, getting to the first single video entitled Intoxicated, You're All I Need. Which immediately caught my attention was the layers on that vocal. It sounds incredible. It sounds huge. I love it. And the approach, your vocal approach is amazing. I think it wavers nicely with that vocal line and that melody going kind of together, and it's really well done. Possibly you can give me an idea of your thought process in terms of this song. I mean, you don't always attribute intoxication with You're All I Need of needing somebody, but then I thought about it again and I'm like, actually you kind of do, because if you want something so bad, it's almost like your thought process and your thinking isn't, it's almost like you are intoxicated. So that's kind of what I took from it, but I'd like to hear how you feel about that.
So this is the third or fourth song that I've written and eliminated with intoxicated in it.
Right.
Now, the intoxicated by your eyes, the original idea, this came from when I first started dating my fiance, right? She has these beautiful eyes. So for me, that was the first, and I was writing about that.
Yeah.
Right. But I could never get the song together that I wanted. So I was like, I was always pushing them aside and writing more music. I was like, something's wrong. The song is not good. Then I write this song, which was called You're All I Need, which has nothing to do with her. Okay. There was no intoxicated in the song.
Right.
The chorus was You're All I Need. All I would do is repeat You're All I Need at the end of the verse and then twice for my chorus. That was, I was going minimalist. Okay. And, I sang that, and Kevin's like, "Your chorus is," he goes, "It's getting too repetitive." He goes, "You need a better chorus." I'm like, "Okay, I thought so too, but I wanted another opinion because, like I said, the minimalist. There's nothing wrong with a song that repeats itself. Yeah. I mean, you look at "Fall to Pieces" by Velvet Revolver. I mean, he's got one verse, and then the rest is "Fall to Pieces."
Yeah,
totally for another 3 minutes.
Very repetitive.
And the song is I love that song. So I'm like, it doesn't really matter. But now Kevin pointed it out and I was already feeling that way. I'm like, okay. But the story of this song from You're All I Need, it was actually a love song to alcohol. Right? And where I want to avoid using the word intoxicated. Yeah. And it's actually the struggle an alcoholic or any addict in reality has every day when they wake up, when they're trying to get better. I mean, as an artist, as a musician, we see it all the time. We see people who can't fight the demons. And I'm happy every day because I can pick up a drink right now, have one, I can have 10 and then not drink for 3 weeks. I can drink for 3 weeks straight, maybe a drink or two a night. Yep. I don't have this problem, but some people fight every day.
Yes.
And we've all lost a few along the way. Some people famous that we see in the media, and others, they're friends. Yeah. And some of them get better, some of them don't. Some of them you lose. So it's a love song for alcohol. And I said, you know what? I'm going to put intoxicated in it because those words work perfectly. When you're saying intoxicated by your eyes, it's the eye of the bottle when you open it. When I see you smile, it's like we've all been so hammered that you go to the bathroom, you see yourself in the mirror, and you're like, hey, and you smile at yourself, right? It's funny when I tell the story, but it's in the song. It's serious, right? Yeah. So this is how the whole thing came around from being called "You're All I Need" into "Intoxicated." You're all I need, but I really love that repetitiveness. So in the song you hear, I looked at Kevin and I go, "I'm glad you made me change it because now I can do this idea." And he's like, "What idea?" I said, "I want a gospel choir." And I swear, he puts his head down and he puts his hand over his face like a face palm because he knows he's gonna have to work hard to get this done.
Yeah.
And I was actually talking this out to my buddy John from the Outliars. He has a friend who's in a gospel choir here locally in Montreal. I was chit-chatting with her. We were trying to make it work. She was trying to get people from her choir. I was so excited, but it just didn't work out. And after a while, I stopped chasing people. Like I think it was like a month and a half. Like Kevin's like, are you coming to do the rest of this song or what? You know, I'm like, dude, I'm waiting on these people. I go, you know what? Screw it. Plan B. I don't wait for anybody.
Yeah.
I said, I just started messaging all my friends that sing, male, female. I said, if you know anybody who sings, message them. And then they're saying this person, that person. Oh yeah, I forgot they're a singer too. And everybody came down. At the beginning, it was a little rough. We were having a hard time getting people on different schedules. But then all of a sudden, we had too many people. Kevin's like, okay, you got to stop. I can't have any more voices. You know, he's like, it's too much. I'm like, okay, dude. So I had to actually cancel on some people. I was so sad. I was like, oh my God, I wanted that person. I wanted that person. But
it's a cool part. And I like how you did it in the video.
Yeah, it made my video editing a lot easier.
The video's so cool. I love how you did the video because you've got, and then how you did you in the video, because it really, because it's a solo song, you're like, okay, I wonder how much of this he did. So then you are playing bass, there you are playing guitar, you're playing the beginning, the section that goes into before the lead, before the guitar solo, which is a cool part.
Yeah.
And then you're playing acoustic guitar, and you know, and then having the other people in there too, and how it's, you know, it cuts back and forth with, okay, there's this guy, and then, you know, it's a cool looking video.
Thank you. I have nothing to lie about or hide. I didn't record anything except vocals.
Oh.
And this is just because I wrote everything.
Yeah.
I wrote it all. This is just because I'm a singer first. I'm a rhythm guitar player.
Yeah.
And I want it done fast. I'm not going to sit there in the studio over and over and over. Kevin's like, he's like, dude, whatever you can't play, I'll record, man. Don't worry about it. You know, I'm like, dude, do you just want to record it all so I can get it done faster? And he's like, if you want, dude. I'm like, yeah. I go, please. So I like that little kind of pre-solo into the guitar solo my buddy John did for me. I mean, like, I wrote that. It's okay.
But you're playing it in the video. But you're playing it. It looks like you're playing it in the video.
It was just
like an ad lib.
I am playing it in the video. It was just for a lack of footage. I thought I filmed a lot more, but there was sometimes the battery would run out.
Well, that's cool.
And this and that, or I didn't have the right angle. So I'm like, you know what? And I wasn't even going to use it because I wasn't planning on using this footage for the video. I was planning on filming something. Right. Maybe a little story of some sort. And then I was like, you know what? Maybe as my first release, show how Danny is in the studio, you know, where I'm serious and then I'm joking around. And, you know, Kevin and I are always picking at each other, you know, having laughs. So I was like, I think this is more me. I want it to be me. So that's why I went with this vibe.
Yeah.
And I just filmed a little bit of me playing because, I mean, I did write the stuff. I didn't record it. Got nothing to hide, like I said, but I did write it all. So it's cool. Right?
Who does the guitar solo?
That's my buddy John from the Outliers.
It was very good. It was very good. I really like that solo.
I had John listen to it. I said, dude, this is the song so far. This is before the choir.
Right.
And he's like, wow, dude, that's awesome. I'm like, hey, dude, I go, the solo is yours if you want it. He writes back, I was hoping you would ask. That's how much he liked the song. Yeah. And I was like, that's what I wanted. This whole album, the idea was to get all my friends to come together. And whoever wants to play, I'm not begging anybody. I'm not paying anybody to come and play on my album. I want them to really want to be part of it. And because you feel the difference when it comes from inside the heart and soul.
Yeah.
And so when John said that, I was hoping you would ask. I'm like, that is exactly what I want from the people. And he's like, it's not going to come soon. He goes, I need a few weeks. I need to really. John is meticulous.
Yeah.
He decides every single note he's going to play. It's not going to be, let me just fill it with this. No, every note and what follows each note is important to him. Yeah. And I love that.
Yeah.
So he wrote this solo and I'm like, dude, it's perfect. Don't even touch it. He's like, really? I go, I love it. Then he's like, I had to write a second solo for you. It's a few days later or a week later. And he's like, this is what I came up with. He goes, so you choose. So I listened to it. I'm like, it's great. First one is better. I said, now I'm going to make your life difficult. I like the first 3 notes of the second solo. The way he comes in, the little, like a lead in, I was like, now you got to put that in the first solo. And I go, and we'll call it a day. So
awesome.
He recorded it for me, and I was like, oh, I love it.
Yeah, it's a great solo. Right from the get-go, I was like, that is a good solo. And I like that part the other part going into it is cool too. And then all of a sudden this other solo comes, so it's cool. Very well done.
Yeah, it was one thing leading into another. Like I said, it's got to keep people grooving. I was going to either sing during that part, but then I'm like, nah, let's just smash some wah wah. I didn't feel a bridge there, like something for me to sing. I didn't feel it whatsoever. So I'm like, screw it. Let's just keep it music, a musical interlude or pre-solo, whatever you want to call it. I just love the way it pieced together. Yeah,
it worked well. Now that ovation that you're playing in the acoustic section, which is after the guitar solo, those are interesting guitars. I used to have an ovation, and I lent it to somebody and never seen it again. But is what it is. Is it actually your ovation?
That's mine. I picked it up recently. I was looking for one, but I didn't want to buy one of the cheap ones because I have my acoustic guitar. I mean, I got a Takamina. It's great.
I have one.
It's not necessarily intermediate, maybe a little bit better than intermediate. And that's not a pro model or a custom, but it's a good one. But I wanted something up there, and I wasn't in a rush because I have an acoustic guitar. And finally, I saw someone selling it. It's the something custom. It's a custom. So it's a $2,000 guitar. Well, sorry, $1,700 or whatever it is, or maybe more plus tax. They don't make this one anymore. It's discontinued.
I was wondering what year is
just
it?
the case. I don't remember. I had checked when I got it. Is it a 2000? No, it's not 2009.
Okay.
2017. I don't remember. I remember checking. I checked it all, to make sure. I checked serial numbers and stuff to make sure it's legit. Yeah. But there was a guy selling it, and it's in pristine condition.
Wow.
Like he's selling at half price. It's a couple of years old. It has not one scratch on it. Everything works perfectly fine. He's like, yeah. He goes, the only problem is when you come try it, he goes, it's missing 2 strings. I just broke some strings on it, and he goes, I never bothered replacing them because I was like, okay, dude. Like, it's fine. It's an ovation.
Yeah.
So I get home, and the first thing I'm doing is cleaning the frets and making it mine. I'm pull out my cleaning kit, and my fiance walks through the door, and she sees a new acoustic and guitar in my hands, and she's like, another one? She doesn't care, right?
Yeah.
But she's like, another one? I'm like, you don't understand. You try to explain.
All about
she
that.
Goes, but you have over there. I'm like, you don't understand. And so we're having a good laugh. And she's like, you can sell one of your other ones? I'm like, probably not.
People always ask me that. So what'd you trade it in for? I was like, I didn't. I don't trade anything in. I don't get rid of it. I just add to it. Right.
Yeah. But as soon as I put the strings on, and I tuned it up, and I said, now, she was sitting on the couch next to me, and I'm like, now listen. And I think I just strummed the G chord, and she was like, oh, wow. Okay. Yeah, I understand.
Yeah.
Like night and day. She's heard me play that acoustic guitar for years. It doesn't sound like that.
No. Yeah. There's something to be said about it.
But I did end up selling my white Epiphone Les Paul, the Custom Pro. I wasn't playing it. It's a beautiful guitar, deserves to be played. I got my Gibsons, and I stopped playing that one. So I sold it. So cool. I did get rid of one guitar for another.
Well, my daughter said to me the other day, she was giving me a hard time. She's like, when you go, we have to clean up like your stuff, because I'm not married. I was married, but I'm not married. So I live on my own. Well, she's here most of the time, but she's 21 and she's out with her boyfriend and living life. So I don't see her very often. But she's like, you're just gonna have stacks of guitars in a corner, and I'm going to have to do something with them. I was like, well, you can just sell them. And you're going to make money off them. Like, I've got Les Pauls and stuff like that, So It's like, it's not like, I said to her, I was like, it's an investment.
Yeah.
Right? So
if you're not in a rush, this is what I learned. If you're not in a rush to sell your guitar, you'll get what it's worth.
yeah. Yeah.
Right. And obviously, if you keep them in good condition, that Custom Pro, I mean, you can buy them brand new for $969, right?
Yeah.
Here in Canada.
Yeah.
So it's $969 guitar. And then you got to buy a case if you want a good case for, like, you know, Gibson or an Epiphone. You're spending about $150. And I even had strap locks to match that. I think it was gold hardware. So
Yep.
I had strap locks on it. I bought it in 2013. It was brand new. It is in pristine condition.
Yeah.
It has 0 scratches on it because I take care of it.
Yeah.
I have a humidifier in my living room where my guitars are hanging on the wall.
Nice.
It's in phenomenal condition.
Yeah.
So I'm not in a rush to sell it. I ain't selling it for $500 just to get rid of it.
No.
And I put an $850 price tag, you know, because I was willing to negotiate $50. I wanted $800 for the guitar.
Yeah.
I'm like, why are you going to pay $969? Come take this one. It's $800. You get a $100 case and you get strap locks, which are another $25, $30.
Yep.
You have it all.
Yep.
And it took a few months, but then somebody contacted me. I said, dude, come over, man. Plug it in. I got Marshalls, man. Just plug it in. He tested it and he was like, oh, yeah. He goes, this guitar lives up to its hype. I go, then perfect.
Yeah. I mean,
but people try lowballing you.
Oh, yeah.
Forget it.
Yeah, exactly. Because, well, they want to, right? My Les Pauls, I have a gold top and I have a new. I just bought a Sunburst Tobacco, I think it was.
Nice.
And I don't even take it out of the case. They sit in the cases. Like, they're not. Because I broke one. I had a 97 Les Paul years ago. Got stolen, but, the typical thing with the Les Paul, you drop it in the neck and next thing you know, it separates in that spot, right? So I don't take them out of the cases and I don't leave them on a stand just because I'm so paranoid about it. I was playing a gig about a month ago and there was this band we were playing with and the drummer was like, I had the two of them on the stand and I was watching and I was like, dude, like you can't go near those. Like he kind of knocked it. And I was like, I'm really sorry, man. And I'm kind of anal about it, but because I broke a neck on one, it's like if you can just be careful, I would appreciate it. So he was cool. He didn't get mad at me. He probably thought this guy's a weirdo, but whatever. It's a Les Paul.
Oh, listen, I mean, we're all allowed. It's your stuff. You know, you like for me, they hang on the wall. I got the humidity going.
Yeah,
you know,
you're taking care of them.
Hygrometers because I'm crazy.
Yeah.
Because here we go from heating to air conditioning. We got to have the humidity.
Yeah,
for the
crazy,
guitars.
right?
The wood all it does is expand and retract. It ruins the guitars. My old guitars, just the acoustic guitar, my old Takamina, when I finally just hung it up on the wall and I was home I was touring for almost 15 years, like on and off. So like they never had enough time to sit at home with a humidifier, and I never did that before.
Yeah.
But as soon as I put the humidifier up and I put that guitar on the wall, the difference in just the sound, like once you have it in between that 50 and 60% that they suggest.
See, I need to get that.
guitar.
I don't have that, and I really should. That's a good point. You've got me thinking about that now.
Yeah.
I really should.
Oh, it changes everything. And you know what? Even if you keep them in the cases, they sell them. You can buy them on Amazon. You just put them in the case with the guitar. It just regulates the humidity. It's amazing.
Gonna do that for sure. Absolutely. Sorry, I lost my train of thought there. We got onto guitars.
It's okay, man.
So
fucking gear, dude.
So getting to the song, and there is going to be an album to follow, I assume. Is that the plan?
Yeah. I'm going to just keep releasing either songs or maybe 3-4 songs at a time. I was in there. I was about 6 or 7 songs deep, just scratch tracks, and we were building guitar with Easy Drummer.
Yeah.
Just to get the vibe, just, okay, what vibe are we going to have for when a drummer comes in to record this? And I heard this one, and I'm like, okay, Kev, change of plans. He's like, of course, because he's used to my cuckoo-ness here. Yeah. So he's like, of course, what do you want? I go, we're going to release this song, and then I'll come back. I'll come back once I'm done with the song, the release and the promo and whatever I got to do for it. And he's like, okay, dude, whatever you want, man. As long as you're okay with like maybe the drums not being perfectly the same because, it's not all done at the same time. I go, dude, I don't care. Yeah. Each song deserves its own vibe. And especially if I'm going to have a different drummer on almost every song.
Yeah. So
like,
it's going to have a different vibe, right?
Yeah. different hit. The way they hit is different.
Yeah.
Everything. So I'm like, I don't care, you know. So I did that, but I think I don't remember if I was 6 or 7 songs deep, and there's still more I had to record. I just heard this one, and sonically, it did it for me. It was exactly what I wanted. And this is a scratch track. It wasn't even recorded properly yet.
Wow.
It was just having the scratch track for the drummer. I just knew right away there was something about the song I want to release it. This song actually wasn't even in the running. I had 2 other ones that I wanted to hear what they sounded like to release.
Really? Wow.
Yeah, but this one, like I said, they called out to me. He said, "Okay, you have to release this now, Danny." I'm like, "Okay, man, I'll do it." They're talking, having a little conversation in my head, you know.
That's amazing. So, I mean, in terms of the Outliers, are you working on some of that stuff as well?
Yes, actually, the Outliers, we were looking for a bass player for the longest time. Mm-hmm. The bass player did the first song. He there was a lot going on in his life, and he couldn't do it, you know. And he just stepped down graciously, and we were contacting bass players, and people were contacting us, you know, on social media, because we wrote everywhere, and all the message boards and the forums and musician groups were like, you know, we're looking for a bass player. And everybody's like, "Oh, yeah, no problem. And like, it just, either the bass lines they sent us weren't good enough, or good enough. I mean, everybody's good in their own right. I mean, but like, it wasn't what we were looking for. Mm-hmm. And then other people were just like, "Oh yeah, dude, I'll get this to you next week." You know, a week later, I'm like, "Hey, dude, so did you, you know, happen to, you know," because, you know, I have a little conversation with the people. I want to feel out their vibe, you know? Yeah. So if they're cool, I'd message them back. "Hey, dude, by the way, did you ever get a chance?" "Oh, no, I forgot. Like, I'll do it this weekend." You know, a week later, "Dude, did you do it?" "No." "Oh my gosh, you know what? You're not the guy for us."
Yeah.
So what ended up happening is John and I, because he was finishing up the solo album and I had just started working on my solo stuff, I'm like, "Dude, you know, like, we live 10 minutes away from each other." I'm like, "Why don't we just write the bass lines?" I said, I know what I want to hear. I said, I might not be able to play it because I'm not that good, but, you know, but whatever I can play, you can play. Yeah. And he's like, "Yeah." So I went over to his house, we plugged it in, and we just started coming up with ideas, recording stuff. I think I ended up doing the verses, and he ended up recording the choruses, maybe, or something like that, and the bridge of the song. And so then it was ready. Then I went to studio. Actually, the last 2 Mondays I went to studio and I recorded the vocals. And now we just got to get notes for Kevin to mix and master. Well, he mixed it, gave us the first mix, and now we just got to give him our notes so we can do the rest. So Outlier Song 2 is coming soon.
Sweet. Right on. So
yeah,
I'm sure you'll be back on again so we can talk about that song then.
I might very well be.
I'm sure Jody will be contacting me if you're working with her still. So, no, that's cool. That's awesome. I look forward to hearing that. So besides that, anything else? I mean, you sound pretty busy musically. So anything else on the horizon?
Yeah. We got a show coming up, actually, with the Outliers.
Oh, nice.
We never really spoke about, you know, to what degree we're going to do this, but my buddies are in a band called Playhouse, and they've been around for.
I had them on about.
What's that? Yeah, I
had them on. Great guys.
They're all great, and so the guys in Playhouse, Steve, the drummer.
Yeah,
he played drums on the song, and he sang for me in the choir part at the end.
Oh, okay.
And so did Peter, the singer of Playhouse.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. And I mean, I've known Steve for a long time, like just a little bit. And I used to work with the bass player, Danny. So and then I met Peter because of them, and I one of their shows, and we started chit chatting, and, you know, because we're all friends with Kevin through each other. Right. So, yeah. So they messaged me, and he's like, "Hey dude," he goes, we're doing a Halloween party. He goes, "You just released your song. Do you like want to open up and do a half-hour set or something?" You know, I go, "I have no band." I said, I'm recording. I don't know. I said, "I'd love to do it." I said, "When do you need to know?" He's like, "By Friday." So I messaged my drummer and guitar player, the Outliers, you know, Max and John. I'm like, "Guys, I got an offer to play a half-hour set for the Halloween party." I'm like, "Do you guys want to do it?" I already have a bass player, a guy who told me he'll play live anytime we need somebody. I'm like, and that just happened. So I'm like, okay. So we have a bass player. I would need you guys. I have this idea. I go, we can play our Outliers song for sure. I said, we could play the second one because it's just about ready. I said, we can play my song. I said, John, we can even play your song. The song he released from his solo stuff.
Oh, cool.
Probably about a month or two before me. I said, we just do everything. And then that's 4 songs. I mean, out of 30 minutes, we play 2-3 covers and we call it a day, just to say we did it.
Yeah.
Have video footage. It'll be awesome.
That's
and they were right away, they're like, yes, for sure, dude, let's do it,
That's awesome.
So that's it. We've been learning each other's material and our own material properly.
Yeah.
And I think we're going to jam this week.
That's awesome, man. That's so good. That's so good.
Yeah.
I actually, I just played the Voodoo Rock Fest, which was in Kingston. And unfortunately, I couldn't be there Saturday. Playhouse played that Saturday. We played Friday night. It was my original band, our very first gig. We were like the first band on Friday night, and it went over really well, which was good. So we're kind of in the process of, I think we've got eight songs. Yeah, we did 8. I think we did a couple covers too, but 7 or 8 originals, which is good. But it's just so hard getting guys together with people. I mean, when you have jobs like I do and all my guys in my band, having jobs and stuff, it's sometimes it's hard. So
it is actually. John was like, he's a guy. He just said yes to the gig, right?
Yeah.
Then the company he works for got bought out by a bigger company, and they transferred him to that company or something. And he's like, they're sending me away for 10 days. Like, he just got back.
Yeah. Oh, wow.
Right. And they sent him to Europe. So like, the time change, jet lag, the 6-hour difference. He's like, you guys are just going to have to give me an extra week. So like, we're going to have to squish in like 3 to 5 jams, depending on how it goes. Cause like it's in 2 weeks,
It's so funny when because you're like, we've got tons of time. We have another gig in Oshawa here on November 11th. And you're like, we got lots of time. And then the next thing you know, you're like, you know what? We've only got 3-4 weeks to go now. It's like, we better.
Yeah.
Okay.
And we haven't jammed.
So.
I'm counting on the fact that we all have lots of experience and we should be okay.
Yeah. And that's usually how I look at it too. It's like, okay, we've done this, but we've been under pressure many times before. So, so it's all good. Well, before I let you go, man, I really appreciate it. As always, it's always great having you on the show. And like I said, I'm sure we will do it again.
Probably.
Yeah. So, which is great. But anything else you'd like to say before I let you go?
Yeah, subscribe to me on YouTube. I want to change my YouTube handle to Dr. Groove, but you need 1,000 subscribers.
Oh, okay. Perfect. See, that's why I asked this question at the end, because then you get to say what you want to say, right? Promote anything that you need to.
I've always had a Danny Rossi YouTube, but just for no reason. Like, I never had any videos on there. Now I need one on there. So I changed it to Danny Rossi, Dr. Groove.
Yeah.
But like my personal name on there, but it doesn't let you do, youtube.com/Dr. Groove. Like, I have to have 1,000 subscribers. I'm like, I don't remember it being like this in the old days.
Oh, that's crazy. And I do apologize because I think I said your last name incorrectly at the beginning of the interview. So don't be mad at me.
It was close enough. That's why I didn't correct you.
Okay, good. I always do that. And I usually ask beforehand.
Look up Intoxicated.
Pardon?
Yeah. I said, for your listeners, go look up, Intoxicated, You're All I Need, Dr. Groove.
That's right.
And subscribe to the channel.
Yeah, that's a great song.
Try to get my numbers up.
It's good listen. Have a listen to it. All right, man. Well, thanks so much.
Thanks,
and best of luck. Best of luck at the gig, too. I hope it goes well.
Thank you, buddy. Thanks for having me on your show. I really appreciate it.
Anytime. You're always welcome.
Yeah, have a good one.
Okay, you too, Danny. Thanks, man.